You see this? What is this? You may say, oh, it's just Garfield. What is the brand? Funko. What is it? A Funko Pop. A Garfield Funko Pop, but Garfield's beside the point. It's Funko Pop. So what if we had more Funko Pops? Like a new wave or set released. I don't know how they come out, but I think they should come out when they do. Like a new wave, a new set of Funko Pops. Like, I mean, it's inevitable, but we're gonna get more and more because these things are super popular for some reason, and I don't understand why. Because we're getting all these Breaking Bad and Stranger Things and Peeps, for God's sake. I saw Peeps at GameStop like a few weeks ago. I don't even know when it was, like a few months ago. But man, was something in my room's just telling me what might this video be about? That's precisely what it is, guys. We need more Super Mario movie Funko Pops. It's inevitable. Anyways, if you read the title, Goosebumps Funko Pops. I think you have all thought about this at some point. It's inevitable. You've heard of it. You've heard of the idea. You've heard of the concept. You've seen pictures of fan-made Funko Pops. It even almost happened. It certainly will soon. Trust me. Most likely. Don't beat my ass if it doesn't. But Goosebumps Funko Pops. As I talk here, we will show pictures of concepts of Funko Pops. We're going to talk about the possibility of them happening. Goosebumps Funko Pops. Sounds awesome. We're going to talk about the possibility of them happening and why they might not, how they might actually happen, and what might unspark that to begin with. And my thoughts. Let's continue. So, Goosebumps Funko Pops. Honestly, they might happen. They might not. On screen, you can see a concept of Goosebumps Funko Pop, which probably looks pretty cool. I'm just explaining what it is. But, yeah. I do think that we might actually get these one day, because there's a decent amount of evidence to suggest that they are definitely being looked at. Number one, Aussie fan. He's actually contacted them in the past, Funko, and they actually brought that idea up to the board of directors or whatever, you know. And it got actually pretty far, but of course it didn't follow through. We never got them. But they were actually planning to actually make those back in like 2015 around the Goosebumps movie time, I presume. But sadly that never came through and it never happened. But it is still notable that they actually took the time and actually decided, you know what, let's actually look into this idea. Because now we know that they've thought about it, and they've even considered it, and it got really far, apparently. It didn't happen. But still, there's a chance. Another thing is if the Goosebumps TV show coming to Disney Plus does extremely well, or at least somewhat well. And even if it doesn't do very well at all, I still have a chance. I still think there's a chance we're gonna get some kind of merchandise from it. Disney loves to make merchandise of stuff. I mean, it's not gonna be like Encanto or the Maya and the Lost. I don't even know who made that, honestly. Or Coco or Jesus Christ, Luca, or anything, like, with all those toys and stuff. It's not gonna be like that, or there's a bunch of toys and for little kids. I'm talking about, like, full-on merchandise. Like, bags. No, really. Funko Pops, of course. Maybe action figures. You never know, that could happen. It's possible, it's certainly possible. Blind bags, that would actually seems like a little possible. And that would be really cool, but also very much hell. And not to mention the store displays, if you actually go out and buy some at the store, if there is going to be Goosebumps merchandise on the shelves once again. Not to mention the books. They might even make some like new Goosebumps books for it, like novels or anything. Goosebumps TV show, you know, books just for the show, which would be really cool. Like activity books or anything like that. But yeah, it's certainly possible. It's a new show. Or if you have to order them online or not, or, like, it's really rare to come across, or it's at conventions or something, there's definitely going to be some form of merchandise, and I can guarantee Funko Pops is probably going to be the most likely one to get picked out of all the ideas. Probably because it's very much requested. But there are some reasons why it might not happen. First one being, well, it hasn't happened yet. Probably because they might be saving it. Funko, which is owned by Disney, I think, last time I checked, which makes it even more likely, but it hasn't happened yet, which means it might not ever happen. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet at all, especially with the first movie doing really well. Extremely well. Like, why not make even more merchandise? Just sell it. I know, it never happened. They probably would have gotten some eventually, but Goosebumps 2 didn't do very well, and it kind of just made the movies kind of stop for now. I'll get to that in the short coming down later this month. But yeah, Goosebumps 3 might happen. Anyways, so I genuinely believe there might be a chance they might not happen, because, of course, it hasn't happened yet, and it's a little shocking considering the popularity of Goosebumps throughout the years, especially now, in 2015, when the movie came out. Really popular back then. Still is today, but not as popular, but still pretty popular. I mean, Something Beware just sold out not too long ago, so that kind of tells you something. But, that's really the only reason I can see maybe that might not happen, and also because, I mean, I know it's really requested, but do we really see that happening really right now? I mean, I could see it, but what would it be of? What would be the things they do? I mean, obviously Slappy, Curly for nostalgia, no doubts about that. But then we get, like, some of the actors, and I don't know, guys. It's possible, but I'm not sure. It doesn't seem likely, and, you never know. But it does, well, I mean, it seems likely. It's just, it feels extremely weird actually having them exist all of a sudden. Not that I don't want them to, but still. But there is definitely going to be merchandise from the movie, and of course, as I said, it's probably going to be one of them, Funko Pops, but if not, it's going to be something cool. But either way, well, not the movie, the TV show, sorry, series on Disney+. Either way, that's pretty much all I have for, if it might or may not happen. Now let's get to my ideas for some Funko Pops. So after you've looked at all those Funko Pops, I'm sure you already have a few ideas. So, for number one idea, straight off the bat, Slappy. No doubts. I really mentioned that in the recording just a few minutes ago or something. Slappy, inevitable. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The movies. Straight off the bat. The movies. The books, iconic. Yeah, it's inevitable. Curly. It's almost inevitable too, because there's been a lot of nostalgia props. What props? Oh, pops. Seriously, I keep saying props, not pops. There's been a lot of props. There's been a lot of pops that are nostalgia bait. They're like the Kool-Aid Man, which I mean I guess is not nostalgia bait, but there's like cereal mascots all of a sudden coming out, and a bunch of like iconic kid shows like nostalgia. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Curly, since he is like the original mascot for Goosebumps. But I would not be surprised if we don't see him, because you never know, at least for a while, because I don't think it's gonna be out like immediately. If he does, but if he doesn't, I mean, you better come eventually. They're gonna run out of ideas. Inevitably, also, they're probably gonna recreate some book covers. So obviously, there's gonna be like maybe a barking ghost prop, where it's the cover, and it has a with some drippy tongue, you know, Mr. White. Actually, I have to hop it right down there, and there's blood. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. And then we have more covers like Haunted Mask, or Say Cheese and Die. I mean, that was probably inevitable, considering they make larger Funko Pops. That one is certainly gonna happen, though, if they make a larger Funko Pop. It's a whole scene, so, this one's inevitable. Maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of Funko Pops that have really likely chances of being made. Another inevitable one is characters from the show. It's gonna happen. It's seriously gonna happen, I swear. It will. If there's gonna be some Funko Pops, don't forget that there's also gonna be human characters from the show, most likely. I mean, that's what they usually do for movies and stuff like this. Like, Stranger Things. Like, you don't want to just see the monsters, do ya? You want the characters. That's why there's characters from the show that are actually humans, that are actually Funko Pops now. No, really? I would have never guessed. But seriously, it's inevitable. So that's definitely gonna happen if these actually do come through. Another idea would probably be the larger Funko Pops, which I'm really excited to see, because like a giant Slappy, I'm getting 2 just so I can have one out of the box. I seriously like the idea of larger Funko Pops and also the minis, but holy shit, do I want to get those in that. It's just gonna be hell. But anyways, there's a lot of ideas you could throw around for like the larger ones, like the ones that have backgrounds and settings, like Stitchies and Die, or you could use another cover idea, maybe a entire tower. You could use that to be a whole scene, or I don't know, maybe something from the movie, a whole movie scene, or from the show, a show scene. That's actually inevitable now that I think about it. And there's, of course, maybe like double duplicate ones, or golden ones, or silver ones, or something like that. Or probably be a whole bunch of talk about it all over YouTube when they probably do come out, inevitably, honestly. But yeah, that's all I have to say. That's my ideas. Honestly, my final thoughts are probably gonna happen. And I really do want them to. Just don't overdo it. Because I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford them all. Shice, I don't even have room for that. I'm gonna have to make a whole new shelf. It's gonna be hell, guys. I'm not even a pop collector. I mean, I only have the Garfield one because I like Garfield, guys. Hence the little shelf down here. But yeah, back over to Garfield. Shit, says on backwards. Barack Obama is good. Anyways, that is it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Bye video. Bye me. Why do I sound like Penguin Zero?